It's showtime, folks. Welcome in, Chase and Big Joe, 1025 The Game here on this Monday, coming at you for the next 3 hours. Got a lot to get into. Talk some Titans, talk some NFL, talk some Vandy, and listen to all of you. Talk to all of I don't know what I'm trying to say there. He's Big Joe. I'm Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier, and his crew on the ones and twos. What's up, JoJo?
It is game week. I mean, we got games that count this
I
week.
saw from our friend at Music City Bets last night, we're officially in week 0.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. We'll get to the Titans and all that nonsense in a little bit because I'm more confused about this football team than I've ever been. But now, I mean, we got games this week that are happening, so it just feels good. High school football Friday night. I mean, it's here. So our long national nightmare is over, and I feel so good. And what a great week. I know you went to the rodeo, it's not the rodeo. It's
PBR.
PBR. How was that?
It was awesome. Those dudes are Dr. Crane was there too. Those dudes are a different level of crazy, but like mad props to them.
How did Nashville win?
No, they didn't Friday.
No, not Friday. I think it won Saturday. Cody Jesus walked it off. I think Sunday as well. Good rider.
But it was
incredible.
It was wild, man. Like it's pretty cool to see them how they do all this.
Did they play the same team all weekend, or they're like more teams?
Yeah, they were different. There were different teams.
Okay.
Right. And I guess they circle through who they play and all that.
All right. Well, good. I mean, I saw all the tweets, everything. Real quick, the Toto Christopher Cross concert Friday night. If you're anywhere to go see them, go see him. Christopher Cross singing "Ride Like the Wind" was a religious experience Friday night. It was the wind had picked up. It was perfect weather. You guys are 2 blocks away watching rodeo or the PBR. It was just an amazing, fun weekend. So off that, we springboard into game week for college football. Feel good about it.
So apparently the Titans are trying to springboard into beating the crap out of each other. Maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but we had a fight today at practice, according to everybody that's there. Paul Kuharski, paulkuharski.com tweets, end zone scrum during the red zone after a few defense wins and a chestnut rush touchdown. Ward hits Ridley back right, crossing for a touchdown. As they come together to celebrate, Jeffrey Simmons is in the path and riled up over stuff that happened previously. Ward shoved him. Simmons went back at him, mostly playful. Simmons ended up with his helmet off. Now, there's more people commented on that. Terry McCormick said, puts his hand on Jeff Simmons, who objected and shoved back. I even saw one tweet that said that Simmons was escorted to the locker room. So I guess there was a little kerfluffle today at training camp.
Who did he shove? Ward?
Yeah. Easton Free says, most notable thing from Titans practice, Cam Ward and Jeff Simmons getting physical. Red zone drill. Ward hit Ridley for a really nice corner touchdown. Offense was all hype. Ward went up and gave Simmons a shove in the back and then hit him with a celebration. Simmons gave Ward a hard shove back. The whole offense, of course, took issue with that, resulted in a quick scrum. Simmons left the drill. Otherwise, practice was practice.
That's just completely bizarre to read that. Now, if it's a joke, okay, but if you got your star lineman shoving a hard shove on your quarterback, why? What are you trying to do? But this could be, I need to see the video. I know we won't see it because you can't take video, but I'm curious to see how playful this was.
It doesn't sound like it was playful. I mean, it sounds like Simmons got pissed off and Ward took advantage of that.
I'm telling you, y'all laugh at me. He ain't long for Nashville, Jeffrey Simmons. I'm telling you, trading block. I got nothing to base that on. The fact that he makes $19 million a year and he's not what they thought he would be. That's just me, man.
Send him to Vrabel.
Send him to Vrabel.
The words of Chief Wiggum, send him home to mama, boys.
So it's funny. Anybody that does bad at the Titans, like, just give him the Vrabel. Yeah, send the Vrabel and get a king's ransom back for him. Do it. This is not. I mean, if this is worse than what it is, that's nonsense. Your star guy is shoving the quarterback around. What are you trying to prove? You big man?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, don't put your hands on the quarterback.
No, not at all.
Now, granted, he shoved him first, but still, I mean, what is that going to do?
Right.
So,
yeah, right, man.
615-737-1025. So we'll react to that. Clark Lee, Vanderbilt football coach, going to join us at 1 o'clock today. We'll see how things are going with the Commodores, as only a couple weeks away from them opening their season. John McClain will join us at 2 o'clock, as he usually does on Mondays. But our question of the day stems from Auburn has announced that they're going to retire Cam Newton's number 2. And whenever this comes up, we always like to have fun with this question. What is the next Titans number to be retired?
Yeah. All right.
Because I think the answer might be nobody.
Yeah, right.
I think Derrick Henry eventually. I think 22, because he's had a Hall of Fame career, I believe. And so I think eventually they will retire 22. But it may take as long as it did for Eddie and Steve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I don't think anybody will wear it again.
No, but there's one that Dr. Crane brought up, which is very interesting. We're going to tell you after the break. One Titan number that could be put up for debate about being retired, and I'm on it. I because we'll talk about it in a minute. But that's the only one to me, the number that should be retired. Now, numbers on the side of the stadium are different.
The Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. And I think Keith Bullock should go in yesterday.
I think Derek Mason. I think the next should be Keith, Derek, and Blaine Bishop.
Agreed. Now, what order it goes in, I don't know.
Well, I think they usually do like 3 at a time. So do those 3. I'll give you an argument for Curse sitting in there, but he wasn't really here that long.
Yeah. Boy, that's a good one. He might move to the top. I mean, his impact.
I know.
It was something that nobody's even come remotely close. Chris Johnson did.
Yeah, I would say the ones to me that should be in the Ring of Honor, not Hall of Fame, not retired numbers, but the Ring of Honor for the Titans.
Yeah.
Derek Mason, Keith Bullock, Blaine Bishop, Javon Curse, Chris Johnson.
Yes.
And that probably
did.
That's probably is Casey in it?
No.
Jarrell Casey. I'd put him there too. So those 6.
Yeah. I mean, you can't argue with any of them.
Yeah.
But a retired number, there's one out there.
There's a different retired number.
Yeah. But there's one out there that has a strong argument about being retired. Strong argument.
You can say it.
Okay. I'll say it now. If I look at the clock, it's better,
Kevin
right?
Mawai. Yeah.
Kevin Mawai.
Yeah, Kevin Mawai for sure.
All right, make your case.
Because it's not a sexy, player for the most part. Did a lot for Nashville. I know, Big Joe mentioned before the show, was a part of Chris Johnson's 2,000-yard season. Pro Bowler, Hall of Famer. I mean, he's a well-decorated offensive lineman that should deserve his number retired.
And that was a criteria, was that you had to be in the Hall of Fame to have your number retired. That was Bud's big deal. I don't know if Amy rescinded that or not, but that's the
she
one.
did for Steve and Eddie, because 9 and 27 are retired.
Arguments for that. I mean, I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, that's a good one. It makes you think. I think a majority of that Hall of Fame career, though, was with the Jets. But he's still. You make a good argument.
But
I'm going to say probably not. But
he came in that 06 team. Him, David Thornton, and Chris Hope had to change the culture. Floyd brought those guys in for one purpose, and that was to bring them in there and talk about winning. And they did. And they went 8-8 in 06, 9-7 in 07, made the playoffs, 13-3 in 08, and got beat by the Ravens in the first round. But it changed a lot of things that happened. Now, if you look at other teams around the league, the Seahawks are notorious for doing this, because I think they claim Warren Moon. They claim Franco Harris. They claim Jerry Rice, who only played a year there. John Randall that played there. So teams have their own things in place to retire numbers and honor guys who played 1 year and they spent the majority of their career someplace else. But Mawai came in and was a high-level player for a long time. And Ben Jones was great. Mm-hmm. And I think Ben Jones will get overlooked in all this because he started 4 years with the Texans. But Ben Jones is good. But as far as retired number, I'll throw my hat for Mawai. I'll argue Mawai.
Yeah, I just think, his effect on Nashville, especially being that true center, it had that domino effect of having Eugene Amano after him, following suit, was a pretty good center as well. I'd give more credit to Kevin Mawai for that, helping develop the younger, linemen after him.
Won't argue.
Couple of for I guess Ring of Honor, Delaney Walker, Kevin Byard. I would say eventually, yeah. But I mean the guys I named, I think you need to take care of them first.
Yep,
Before
that's right.
before you do that. But I would say eventually. I would put like the Vrabel era, Delaney, Byard, Henry, when Byard and Henry are done playing, put those three in. But take care of the others first.
Right.
Like they should. I mean, the fact that and I get why, yes, I'm taking up for my teammate, but a lot of people are gonna be like, well, Derek retired a Raven. Okay, well, Derek retired a Raven because he was still hurt from being cut. Even though it was a business decision, like it still had a profound impact on him. So I think that, but here's the thing. Derek picked Nashville. Derek's in Nashville. Derek's on the radio in Nashville. He talks about the Titans every day. He loves the Titans. The Titans gave him an opportunity. I think Amy needs to recognize that. Yes, again, that's my guy, but he's still statistically the best receiver that this team has ever had. There is no reason, whether he was a Raven or not, retired a Raven or not. Steve McNair retired a Raven.
That's right.
People don't want to remember that, but he
sure
did. So if that's Derrick Henry's probably going to retire a Raven too, but that shouldn't stop him. Derek should be in the Ring of Honor, and I hope Amy will eventually recognize that. That's a kind of a little campaign that I think we should be on. 615-737-1025. There was reportedly a little scuffle at the end of practice. Adam, hang on. You'll lead us off first up. When we come back, it's Chasing Big Joe on this Monday, 1025 The Game.
Gatorade not only quenches your thirst better, it tastes better too, idiot.
You're drinking the wrong water.
Gatorade.
H2O.
Gatorade.
H2O.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Water sucks.
No, stop
It
saying
really, really
You don't mean
sucks.
it. You're a bad
Gatorade
people.
not only quenches your thirst, it tastes better too, idiot.
You're drinking the wrong water.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5. The game on this Monday. Titans practice has wrapped up. Is Cam speaking today? Do we know? I don't know.
Parker's telling me he speaks tomorrow.
Okay, speaks tomorrow. I keep hearing water sucks.
Yeah, I wanted to fade it in the background and get it remembered in your brain.
Yeah, thank you. 615-737-1025. Supposedly it's being reported. There was a little bit of a scuffle with Jeffrey Simmons, Cam Ward, the team coming together and having a little, some are calling it a fight, some are calling it a spat, whatever. Adam in Portland wants to weigh in on Jeffrey Simmons. Adam, what's up?
Hey, I do want to talk about Simmons, but how do y'all mention Kevin Mawai before Bruce Matthews in a conversation like this?
Well, Bruce
do you
Matthews.
not listen?
I must have missed that part. Did you already cover him?
Bruce Matthews is in the Hall of Fame and had his number already retired. That we've already
He's
moved
already
on.
retired. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you not listen? What's that attitude on him? Dude, it's Monday. It's a long Monday. All right. So, yeah, I got a quick question about Jeff. So, if we were to take Jeffrey Simmons and, put him with if they say they want a first-round pick and a young player, Jeff isn't quite young, but he's younger. If you were to take him in a second, because I wouldn't want to get rid of a first-round pick, but you get that to Cincy, that's a good package for Trey Hendrickson, right? Plus it gets rid of that the Titans have.
Well, how old is Hendrickson? Isn't Hendrickson 31?
Yeah. Thanks for the call, Adam. I would rather send Jeff straight up to New England. If we're going to, let's just say if for a second, going to entertain this idea. I'd rather call New England. I think Vrabel would give up whatever for him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you got a first, which is an overpay, but if you got it, you got it. You get a first and a fourth from New England for Jeff. Then you could, if you wanted to turn around but you'd have to pay Hendrickson. For me, I'm just keeping the draft pick and building through the draft.
Bingo.
Because you're basically saying at that point, if you're trading Jeffrey Simmons, hey, we're rebuilding.
Yep. New England's going to get either Micah Parsons or Hendrickson, or if
Jerry's going to pay Micah.
I
think Jerry's going to pay Micah.
If he doesn't, Patriots going to snag him. Patriots need a couple pieces to put that team in another level, and Vrabel's done that. I would not. Hendrickson, he's 30. He'll be 31 in December 5th. Good player.
I wouldn't give up a lot for him.
No, not at all. Are the Titans Super Bowl contenders if they sign? No, they're not. That's the whole thing. They're not. So just you're building. Get what you can get, man. That's what I would do. Bless you, buddy.
Thank you. What did I hear you say earlier in our pre-show meeting that Vrabel? You can tell Vrabel knows he's got a good team.
Absolutely does.
He's extra pissy. And in the good way of he's picking at the media and everything. That's his cockiness. He knows I think he's got a good team too.
They've just the attitude's different at New England now, but I know it's only 2 preseason games, but other people are winging yeah, man, there's something different about this team now.
Breaking news from the NFL Network. The Cleveland Browns have named their week 1 starter, and it is going to be Joe Flacco. It is Joe
No surprise
Flacco
there.
Will be the week 1 starter.
Yep. Not surprised at all.
I wonder where Shador will be on the depth chart. I say 3rd.
I think it goes Pickett. Good Lord.
I bet they trade Pickett or cut him. I think it'll go Flacco, Gabriel, Sanders.
Yeah, if they carry 3. Who knows?
I think they have to carry 3 if they want to keep both of them. You can't practice squad either one of those guys because they'll get taken from you.
Yep. Yeah, who does? The Titans, did they carry? They're carrying 2. They're not carrying 3 quarterbacks. Can't you get one emergency quarterback though? Can't you do that? Shove them down. You get 2 quarterbacks, and then the Titans, Simeons ain't making this team.
No. They're gonna carry 2. So Kuharski tweeted, "I'm done with this Ward Simmons thing on here with this. Quarterbacks wear red jerseys for a reason." So I guess the argument, and I've seen this on the text line too, is that Cam shoved him first. And like, okay, I get that, but dude, you're not going to get away with pushing the quarterback.
No. And how much was Cam's?
And you know what?
Man.
Cam probably did that on purpose because like that was a smart move on Cam's part because he knew like, you know, if that was a game and he shoved the defensive guy and the defensive guy shoved back, guess who's getting the flag? The defensive guy.
Right. He says again, Simmons basically escorted the locker room by PR after practice. Titans aren't touching any of that. This is from Paul's tweet. If it was nothing, have him say it was nothing. If it's something, needs to address it. Yes.
I agree.
100% agree.
I agree. Stop protecting him.
Yep.
Because here's the deal. He's done, and I've given Jeff some kudos this year because I think he has shown more signs of being a leader. I got no look, if it's a hot moment, it's practice, you know, it's 100 degrees outside and you get caught in the moment, that's fine. I'm not going to hold that against you. We've all been there. But don't escort him to the locker room and hide him. Let him cool off if you're letting him cool off for a second, fine. But then he comes out and he says, "Hey, yeah, you know, we had a moment at the end of practice. I lost my cool, he lost his cool. We chopped it up. We're good now. We move on." Fine. Don't hide him though. Don't try to protect him. He's a big boy. He doesn't need your protection.
He's going to his
let him
7th year in the
talk because
league.
you're only gonna Titans. If you're listening, you're only gonna make this worse. Let him talk.
Yeah, that's just nuts.
Cool him off. Let him talk.
You know why? Because he knows he can get away with it. He knows he can push Callahan to the limit and get away with it. Now, if Callahan comes back with anything, just hurting the team. That's all you're hurting the team. It's all you're doing right now with Simmons. It's beyond time. He's gone. Get rid of him. He's not helping this team at all. I'm interested in seeing because Paul, Dr. Crane's listening to it right now. Jarvis Brownlee, according to Paul's tweet, sums this whole thing up. So I want to make sure Dr. Crane listens to it first so there's no F-bombs or anything on there that we cannot play over the air. But interesting. You think the players are getting tired of this? I would.
I need to, like, here's the thing. Because I hear what you're saying. I need to know, like, I'm going to text TD. I need to know a little more of the context of what happened.
Yeah.
Before I wasn't there and we weren't there. I mean, if it's just like the defense got beat on a few plays and he's pissed off and he's hot and Cam kind of took a playful shove at him, he needs to know it's a playful shove. But if it's a little bit of like, "Hey, get off me, bro. Like, don't F with me right now," you know, that one of those kind of things, he needs to say that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, again, we've all been in situations where it's hot and tempers boil over, but that's where you come out like, "Yeah, man, you know, I was just in the heat of the moment. I talked to Cam. We're cool. We chopped it up. We laughed about it now. It's cool. Everything's fine." But it's not. It's now they're going to hide him, and this is going to get blown out of proportion again.
Yeah, I mean, he won't talk to the media tomorrow, Wednesday, on and on. Game Friday night, probably won't play at all. And then they're off for a week, and then the game after that. So it's just this whole thing is just different from what we're used to covering and how things are approached now and all that. But big man would stand up and talk to the press. That's what a big man would do. I'd stand up and talk to him.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. 0388 or David in Paris says, I'm sorry. Callahan doesn't have the stones to address this. He's scared of Big Jeff.
You probably ain't half wrong on that, David.
Richie from White House, I have a feeling the Titans will start off the season with a losing record. With that, they will most certainly look to trade key players like Jeffrey Simmons, who they can get any draft capital for and rebuild from the future. I could see the Patriots getting involved in a trade, especially if they start the season off doing well. Let me just say this. And Richie, this is not, I'm not trying to, direct this at you. I'm just asking a rhetorical question. Haven't they basically been in this boat for the last 3 years?
Right.
We thought they were going into rebuild mode when they traded Kevin Byard. It just turned out that Rand Carthon had pissed him off and, vice versa.
God almighty.
So Rand Carthon traded him. That was the only deadline trade they made. Didn't do anything. They didn't trade didn't trade Derrick Henry at the deadline.
Right.
So it's like we keep and Richie, you're not wrong. Like it's not the wrong way to think of going to rebuild mode and trade off some of these veteran assets and get something for it. But they're basically telling you they're not going to do it.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You know, it's funny. I forgot about, Rand and Byard. I always wanted to see how Rand approached Byard about the pay cut. Like that Chappelle skit, or Key and Peele walk up, "What's up, my man?" and slap and high five. And he's like, "Yeah, I can talk to you for a second." And Byard's like, "Yeah, man." It's like, "Yeah, you mind taking a little pay cut, 1.25 million?" I'm like, "No, man, I'm good." And like, "Oh, okay, we're out of here." Just what a complete disaster that was, because nothing really good came back from that. It was just terrible. And thank God Rand Carthon is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably taking a nap somewhere. 615-737-1025. More of your calls, more of your texts. We'll also get into some of our thoughts on the second preseason game. One for me, catch the damn ball. We'll talk about that coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game.
Just show you the level of competition, man. To show you that the offensive guys, they care about winning. Defensive side, they care about winning. And you got to be a next play mentality. But you never want to see your quarterback in the middle of those type of things. But when it do happens, it just shows you the level of dog he got in him. He ain't gonna take nothing. To show you how much he cares about his offense, how much he cares about winning. And same goes for both sides of the ball with Jeff and him. And, you get that same attitude, that same confidence, that same edge each and every day out of those two guys. They never change. So that's what you expect. But when it does happen with our quarterback, we try to break it up as soon as possible, fix it as soon as possible. But for me, I feel like it's a great thing. When you got great teams, man, brothers fight. And at the end of the day, as long as we all got each other back, we all connected, we all got that bond, and we all got that same connection where we going to fight for one another, then that's the most important thing at the end of the day.
It was Jarvis Brownlee after practice today. So, it sounds like it was kind of serious in the moment, but now it's like, all right, we're cool. It's fine. Here's the deal. This is what I'm going to say. I love that Jeffrey Simmons has the passion that he has, because you know what it shows me? He cares.
Mm-hmm.
I have never once said that dude doesn't care. I think sometimes he lets some stuff get to him.
Right.
And I will admit I have been known to do that too. So you let some of the noise get to you, comments that don't matter, what have you. It's easier said than done to let it roll off your back. But I think it all comes from passion. It all comes from that he cares. So I'm not questioning.
Let him say that.
Right. He needs to say that.
Yeah, I'm good.
On the other side, you now have a quarterback that has a personality that we really haven't seen a quarterback for this team have before. McNair was kind of that quiet, lead by example. He wasn't going to say much. Now, I'd have to ask, Jeff, if there were ever times where Mac got, was shoving on a play or something like that. I don't think so, but he was very quiet. Mariota, we know, was quiet. Tannehill didn't really have that. So, This is different. And I think it's a good thing. And I don't have a problem with playful shoving. Now, obviously, Jeff was already agitated and I think took it to another level. But I agree, work it out, get it fixed, and then he needs to come back out and say, like, hey, we're cool. It was a heat of the moment thing. Cam and I chopped it up. We've worked it out. We move on. But tomorrow, here's what I'm afraid is going to happen. Whenever their next availability is going to be, Jeff's going to stand there and be like, hey, I'm not talking about that. No, we're moving on. I'm not talking about that. Then why are you putting him out there to talk?
Yeah, right.
Let him address it.
Yeah.
Don't baby him. He doesn't need it. He doesn't want it. Let him address it and then move on. But he should say something about it.
Yeah, let him. The fact that he was escorted out,
which is fine. Get him out of there for a second. Let him go in the locker room and cool off. I don't have any issue with that. Dude, y'all have seen me. I got a short fuse sometimes. Sometimes I need to walk outside and just cool off for a second. We all have those moments. It's okay. But then I come back and I address the situation so we can move forward. That's what Jeff needs to do.
Yeah, so they'll go tomorrow and get it done. I just think now we're talking about Simmons like this, and I just, maybe he doesn't want to be here. Who knows? Maybe he wants to go someplace else. Maybe he sees the success that Derrick Henry had on a team that's really good with an organization and knows what they're doing. Maybe he wants that. Hell, I would. Sometimes, we talk about it's about money all the time for these guys, but maybe sometimes there's guys that want to go win. Hell, I would. I'd want to win. I think that's more money's great. I get that, but man, so is a Super Bowl ring.
Sure. 100%. 615-737-1025 if you want to weigh in on that. Our phone and text line driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. A couple of things from the preseason game the other night. Look, they didn't look. They won. Cam didn't look great.
No,
he didn't look great. I think he's putting a little too much on the ball. He's got to find more touch to put on the ball. The play to Van Jefferson. There are kind of two sides to that.
Nope.
Well, let me finish. Did he have a little too much on it? Yes. But you got to make that catch. That was a catchable ball. Van's got to make the catch.
The great Lynn Swann once said, ball hits your hands, you catch it.
Yep. 100%.
Whether it's at your your shoestrings or above you, the ball hits your hand, catch the ball. Van Jefferson did not catch the ball. And that's the thing, is like, if they cut Van Jefferson, would you care? I know he's a
Now,
he's
no.
a Nashville boy
No.
with the Ravenwood.
To me, he doesn't. To me, my personal opinion,
Uh-huh.
right now, he's not one of the 6 best receivers on this team.
100% correct. And look,
He might be one of the 7, but he's
Yeah.
not one of the 6.
Like, he won a Super Bowl with the Rams. He's had a nice.
He was on the
career.
team. Yes, you're right. He was on the team that won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I don't think on this team makes a difference. I'd rather much see DK and Ayu Manor running routes and Lockett than Van. I know what Van can bring, and those other guys I think are better. So the ball hits you in the hands, catch the ball. Every receiver will tell you that. I just remember Lynn Swann talking about that years ago, about the catch he made in the Super Bowl. Like, oh, the acrobatic catch. He's like, hits me in the hands, got to catch the ball. Van did not catch the ball. And to a further extent, I'm more confused about this football team than I was when they played the other night. And that's a problem when you got the third team outside linebacker playing with the first team linebacker and your main defensive line guy is not in there playing the second team. I don't know how to reread this. And it's the same problem we have every year. I don't know. There's no continuity with the team, and that's every team in training camp. And I understand that right now. But for this Titans team, I don't know.
This was Cam Ward when asked about the Van Jefferson drop pass.
Really, next play. That's all we can do. If I need to throw the ball better, or if he thought, I let him too far out in front, or if he just thought, he dropped the ball. So at the end of the day, it's on both of us. We got to make that play. It's better happen now than, come season time.
What did he say?
Not much. Just I got you. I really came up to him, see how the ball was. He thought it was a little bit out of front. So I just got to put it on his chest next time.
That's the guy I want playing quarterback because he's taking the blame for something that he doesn't need to be taking the blame
That's
for.
right. Yeah.
But I respect the hell out of that.
A year from
do.
It's catch a damn ball.
Yeah, I think a year from now he would be like, hey, that's a play you got to make.
Yep.
You got to have that play.
Look at the great quarterbacks.
And maybe you don't say that publicly, but maybe you say that to him. I don't know.
Well, look at all. You think Brady would do that? His second year, yeah. First year, none of those guys would do that. But once you become ownership of this football team, catch the ball.
Yeah, but I mean, I
Catch
do understand not throwing your guy under the bus publicly, but like if I'm Cam, I walk up to him like, hey man, you're gonna get it next time, right? Yeah, I got you. Okay.
But you have seen that when quarterbacks during a game. Manning was great.
Oh yeah. And Brady too. Like how many times there were tons of clips of him yelling at Gronk or yelling at Edelman of like, what are you doing? Catch the bleeping ball.
There's one with Manning and Brandon Stokely, who was with the Colts. He dropped a pass, and he's talking about it because I ran back to the sideline with my head down to avoid Peyton. And Peyton's like, hey, get over here. Look at me. Look at me. And Peyton caught him out on the sidelines. He's like, I just don't want to let that dude down. I let him down, and I don't want to make eye contact with him. But Cam gets there. I mean, if you're a leader and you own that, and you'll go forward. And something else, too. Can we stop the Jackson Dart comparisons right now? Because this week it was like, you see what he did? Maybe ESPN today's thing was Jackson Dart is the quarterback of 2025. It's the preseason game. And now it came out, some are like, well, the Titans should have made that trade with the Giants and given up all the – look, man, Cam Ward's their guy. They believe in him. Let it go.
The Giants are ready to anoint Jackson Dart.
You're right.
In Chicago, they're playing in the Super Bowl parade because Caleb Williams looked fantastic last night.
He did look good.
I mean, he looked really good. The play calling was great. But that's the other thing. Like they were talking about it on the broadcast of Julian Edelman said it, that Ben Johnson is going to scheme guys open because they're going to have a better offensive scheme with Ben Johnson calling the plays. Caleb has to execute them. Well, last night against the third team Buffalo Bills, he did that.
Right. And what did they add? They added 3 new offensive linemen.
Yep.
Because they said it's important, as we all know, to keep your quarterback upright. And Caleb Williams got a hell of an arm. And that tight end leaking down the field. That's the thing. Gunnar Helm with another good game Friday night.
Gunnar Helm's going to be fun.
I think so, yeah. I mean, there are pieces there. I just don't know how the pieces all come together. And it's unfortunate we got to wait till Denver to see what happens. What do you think? How much does Cam play Friday night? Same thing, 2 series?
I mean, yeah, probably. I think he should play to the half. But,
I agree. I totally agree.
I think you play all your starters Sands, Cushenberry. Like, I would even like to see Zeitler get a series or two on that offensive line. Play all your starters through the half.
I totally, because
Do
there's 2 weeks
do the
off.
dress rehearsal. I mean, I'd even put Jeff out. I put everybody out there. You can have some guys on a pitch count and some guys go through the half, whatever. That's what I would do. They're not going to do that, but that's what I would do.
It's 16 days out. So, I mean, you got time. I'm sorry. That's behind Chase's head. Zelensky's meeting with Trump right now in the Oval Office. And it looks like you get called in to the principal's office and your dad's with you. And you're just sitting there and you know you're in trouble.
I like the
and
all black though.
And your dad's talking the entire time. So you're just sitting there like, oh God, when I get home, I'm going to get it. So he's just sitting there doing that.
Trump's looking like, why do I got to be sitting here?
Yeah. Wait till we get home.
What did you do again?
Wait till we get home. No, but you got 16 days off before your next game. Play the first half. Play it. Go out there and I need to see the entire first team play it, man.
Play the first half. It'll be fantastic. Let's see what he can do.
Maybe he'll get a touchdown. Maybe he won't.
Maybe he'll get a touchdown. Maybe he won't. Yeah. 615-737-1025. I do want to continue the conversation on the offensive line because I have been impressed. And Caleb Williams and Cam Ward, 2 great examples of good things happening when you got time to throw the football.
Right.
We'll discuss that and much more. It's Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Monday. A happy belated birthday to the mayor of Murfreesboro, Kevin Byard. Yesterday was his birthday. I saw the Bears put that out there.
Oh my God, I'm trying to get how old was he?
I'm going to say 32.
36.
No,
No,
he's not that old, man. He came out in 2016. I'm going to say he's 31.
32.
32.
Oh, there you go.
36.
KB, the mayor of
Playing within two years, right?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't get it. Sorry, man.
See, I'm old. Like, I'm now at that. I don't know if you went through this. I mean, but I'm at that age at 38 where I'm like, damn, I'd be thinking about retirement from football right now.
Isn't that crazy?
Like, I'm at the end of my career.
Yeah.
You know, it's just weird.
Goes by fast. A blink of an eye.
It does go by fast, and things start hurting that I didn't know I had, and you know,
like your wallet.
Yeah, well, that's been hurting.
Right. That's number one.
Yeah, I go number one more. You got to pee more. I mean,
holy cow! You go see your PCP more, buddy.
Anyway,
but by the way, have you got your sleep study back yet?
No.
Okay.
Well, I will give a full report when it comes back. I mailed it Friday. Mailed it out Friday. So probably hear some. I sound like Trump. I made it up Friday. We'll hear some in a few days. They'll get back to us.
I'm expecting when they get this report to
I'm expecting a phone call that says, "Could you please come in? We don't know how you're still living."
Right, that and they sound the alarm like all hands on deck, and they just have a beeline.
It's like that.
You.
It's like that. That clip of The Simpsons where Dr. Hibbert laughs and goes, "I've never seen anybody have 4 simultaneous heart attacks." And
right.
Homer's like, "It's okay, Lisa. We really could have used that $8,000." And Lisa's like, 10% of 800 million isn't 8,000. It's code blue. Code blue.
Oh man.
Yeah. So it'd be something like that. But talking about the offensive line, I think I've noticed it more just because I haven't seen it in the last few years for the Titans. But I mean, Cam had time to throw the other night.
Right.
Now he's got to make, in some cases, he's got to make better throws. He's got to get more accurate. I mean, there are times where he drops it right in the bucket, and then there's times where it's like Joe Milton, who I watched with the Cowboys the other night. Oof. He's trying to throw it to the 5th row.
Who all started the other night? I know
Io Manor started.
No, I mean offensive line.
Oh, offensive line. I think it was everybody except Cushenberry and Zeitler.
All right, so 3 of the 5. Why isn't Zeitler playing? Are we doing the old because he's old?
I guess he's old. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is there.
Okay.
So
I think Jackson Slater will be replacing him within time. Jackson Slater's good. I mean, he's raw, but he's got some talent, man. Look at Kevin Zeitler.
Yep. Sorry. I think we both wanted to respond to something at the same time.
Oh, I didn't see that. No. I'm looking at Zeitler. 35 years old.
Yeah, so they're probably just holding him out because of that.
He's been through I'm just okay. I just don't. I don't know. I got to figure this stuff out. This is frustrating for me.
So on the YouTube chat, Abel says, "Gonna laugh if the Titans have a better record than the Pats this year." If the Titans end up having a better record than the Patriots, I mean, I'm willing to do something. Like I just don't see it. Now, I don't think the Patriots are gonna they're not winning that division. I think Buffalo's winning that division.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll be better, but how much better, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I could see the Titans getting to the 6-win, 7-win at best. The Patriots maybe 8 or 9, 10 if you're lucky.
I think Pat squeeze in at a wild card. I was sitting there reading all this stuff from around the league about Vrabel and the attitude and these players. It's like he's motivating players who in the past weren't motivated. I mean, you just see things like that, and I mean that's the worst. Is that the worst thing for Amy Adams? A successful Vrabel? It's got to be, right?
Yeah, I would think. I
mean, that's just. They won't come out and say it like, good. We wish Mike the best, but again, she's her father's daughter. That's the last thing they want is Mike Vrabel to have a successful career in New England.
All right, so do this. Here's their schedule. Just say win or loss.
Who is it? New England?
This is New England. Raiders at home.
Win.
At Miami.
Win.
Pittsburgh at home.
Loss.
Carolina at home.
Win.
At Buffalo.
Loss.
All right, so where are you at now?
3-2.
At New Orleans.
4-2.
At the Titans.
5-2.
Cleveland at home.
6-2.
Atlanta at home.
They'll lose one of those on the way. So loss. 6-3.
At Tampa.
Loss. 6-4.
Jets at home.
7-4.
At Bengals.
7-5.
Giants at home.
8-5.
Then the bye week. Buffalo at home.
9-5.
So split. At Baltimore.
9-6.
At the Jets.
10-6. Jets will have quit by then.
Miami at home.
11-6. He'll win one
right.
game that he's not supposed to, and he'll get blown out one. It just it's what happens in National Football League. But if he goes 11-6, they're in.
Oh, I think that's a wild card.
They're in. And so, but we'll
and it
see.
depends on what Buffalo does too.
And don't text us and say, "Oh, you guys are still in love with Vrabel." We're not in love with him. It's just that he's the most recent coach that's no longer here for the Titans. You want to see how he's doing, what's going on. It's just curious the factor on that.
Does that affect the Titans' retirement numbers? Because you retire Derrick Henry's number or Kevin Byard, it's under a Mike Vrabel era. Would that be just Amy Adams out of spite, not doing it?
No.
Huh?
I don't
No,
think so.
not at all.
You don't think he goes that level?
No. I think
she's petty, but not that petty.
their play overseas, anything else that went on while they were here. No,
Plus,
don't
I think
so.
this organization has always historically liked the players more than the front office or coaches.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree.
I think because guess what ultimately makes them money? The players.
Oh, yeah. So let me ask you this. Does he get the tribute video?
Vrabel?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Something.
He's the second winningest coach in franchise history.
Here.
No, franchise.
He has more wins than Bum?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
He passed, I think. Let me
Holy
double
cow.
check that, but I'm pretty sure he passed Bum Phillips.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's Fisher than Vrabel. But I'll check that in the break.
Okay.
I'll fact check myself in the break.
Okay.
Coming up next, we're going to talk to Vanderbilt football coach Clark Lee. We'll see how practice is going as they get ready for the season. It's Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Monday. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chasing McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos. Real quick, I want to correct myself because I said I would check this. Bum Phillips is still the second winningest coach in Oilers franchise history because he has 55 wins. Mike Vrabel has 54.
And that's where he'll forever remain.
And 99 games coached.
Wow.
Bum Phillips had 90. Jeff Fisher, the all-time leader, with 142. Let's say hello to another coach. The Vanderbilt Commodores head coach, Clark Lee, is on the line with us. Coach, how are you?
Doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're doing fantastic. I don't know about you. I'm tired of hearing about practices, talking about practices. I'm ready for some games. We are almost there.
Yeah, we are. I think we're to that point where it's time to compete against somebody else. And we got this week, and we actually are pulling back just a little bit from what we've done in the past in terms of training camp stuff. We'll start class Wednesday. We'll get out there and get a couple of good days of work in. But on the whole, this week's going to be about getting us back healthy and fresh, and obviously setting our sights towards Charleston Southern, and what then starts kind of 6 consecutive games till we get to a bye week. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. Important for us to get fresh and feel rested up by the time we're putting the ball down.
I'm sure this comes with experience, both just coaching in general and as a head coach. But like you said, like after a while, going up against your teammates and the same guys every day, it kind of gets tedious. It's necessary. It's part of the process, part of the work. But have you kind of, as you've developed as a head coach, learned when to pull back and go like, okay, maybe we'll spend a little more time just in the meeting room and watching film and a less time of doing the same thing over and over again? Or is it hey, you know what? We haven't gotten this right yet. We're going to keep doing it until we get it right.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm like a special kind of psycho that I could do the same thing every and so I don't actually grow tired of this kind of stuff. I realize that other people don't have quite the tolerance for that. And, I think ultimately, really my focus has just been on kind of the collisions, how many collisions we're having, the exposure that we have when we're competing against each other. What I ask the team to do is attack whatever I put in front of them, and they've done that. And we're bumped and bruised right now. Nothing that is too significant to where we won't be getting guys back this week and over the weekend. But that's the blend to me. We've got I think somewhere in the neighborhood of 45 senior or graduate players. So this is a mature team, and trusting that is hard sometimes, because in my mind, more and more is better. How many reps can we get? And sometimes I get a little bit bogged down with that kind of thought process. This is where Jerry Kill has helped me a ton, because he gives me permission at times to back off. And I think it's really important for us, again, considering the 6-game stretch to open the season before we get to a bye week. I mean, that's going to take a toll. Training camp, summer takes a toll. We have a mature team. Let's use that to our advantage, and let's take some time this week to get our guys feeling really good. And that way, when we show up in a couple weeks against Charleston Southern, the ball's put down on the field, and we're ready to go. That we're able to play at our highest level and start the season off the way we want to start it off.
Talking to Vanderbilt football coach Clark Lee on the Chasing Big Joe show. Coach, I got to know your reaction when somebody walks into your office and says, "Hey, did you hear what Diego just said?"
Yeah. Well, I wear this Oura ring, so it measures my heart rate, and I'm sure in those moments it's spiking. It'll tell me how many hours of stress I have each day. And typically, when he did the Bustin' with the Boys podcast, I think I set a personal record for stress. Here's the truth, and this is, I think first of all, Diego. I mean, I just love Diego. He's a brother, son, family member to me now. We have. It's interesting. I mean, we're different, but in all the right ways, we're very similar. We're wired the same. We come from different places, different backgrounds, but have the same kind of maniacal pursuit of something. And, his willingness to speak things into existence, to manifest things, the confidence he exudes that becomes infectious amongst his teammates, all that stuff makes him who he is. And my job isn't to change that. I think also for him to realize he'll live the rest of his life through his football career, and then what I think is going to be an incredible coaching career. At least that's what I'm trying to convince him of when he's done playing. He'll have a microphone in front of him for the rest of his life, and he needs to. I think the world needs Diego Pavia's voice, needs his confidence, needs his compassion, needs his humility and process too, because there's a real curiosity there from him. But, what are ways that he can always be true to himself, but not turn around and then, take swings at our opponents, that's the balance. Make the focus us, be as confident as you want to be. I think those things are important. And when he says it, the team honors it. And now it's time for the team to have his back. And that's how we roll. But certainly, we've had some fun days as a result of the media attention he gets. And yet I love every minute of it.
Oh, absolutely. Coach, I've been in the media now nearly 30 years. And one of the things I hate about me is hearing my voice, seeing myself on TV. Have you watched the SEC documentary on Netflix and seen yourself?
Well, it's funny that you bring that up because I made the decision to watch that as a team. So we watched our episodes, and honestly, when I say our episodes, just the parts where we were featured. So the runtime was somewhere south of an hour. It's like 48 minutes. We watched it early in camp, and I was, I don't know how the right word to use, disgusted. I think like hearing myself for that long, being that featured was embarrassing to me. And I get it. Like I'm the head coach, like that's my job. And I need to do that. God, there's so many other people that deserve the shine, the spotlight, to have their voices heard. And yet that is what it is. I thought it important to watch as a team because I knew that there would be heroes made out of it. I mean, it is reality TV. So I wanted to make sure that if there were any negative ripples, that we had seen it the same way, that we had a chance to address them as a team. And from that, I think for both Diego and I, we both had a message for the team following the showing, which was just, this is about so much more than me. It's about all the quiet work in the shadows, all the people that contribute to this. And so to answer your question, I've watched it. I absolutely grew tired of hearing my voice. I'm glad to be beyond that and not have to consume it anymore.
I would tell you, I'm on a group chat with the guys I played college ball with. None of them live in Tennessee. And I'm telling you, Coach, they have a whole new respect for you because they didn't know that side of you, that personality, that fiery side, and they love it. And I'm not saying this because you're wrong with chasing me right now, but a lot of people talk very positively about your passion and your love for your kids and the program because this enabled them to see you a different side. So I as much as we hate hearing ourselves, know a lot of people, though, did enjoy that and seeing that fiery side of Clark Lee.
It's interesting that I am who I am. And obviously, guys, I wouldn't be where I am without an intensity that burns hot. I've got to share with my team every part of my personality. I'd never wanted to be a coach of a position group or a unit or certainly a team where they didn't know exactly what makes, me tick, what's pumping through my veins. And so, it's a quick glimpse behind the curtain as to how we operate. I mean, look, for every fire and brimstone speech, there's probably 10 that are way more process driven and really just trying to be very direct about this is our path to victory. These are the things we have to do to win. What are the simple things done well? But certainly, man, like they also need to know there's a passionate competitor here and a fighter. And that, I think that's important. And so for the world to be able to see that, to better understand our program, better understand, what it is we're after and how we're pursuing it, I think is good for Vanderbilt football.
We're talking to Clark Lee, Vanderbilt football coach. So I saw a video on social media. It looked like you had a new volunteer coach, Tim Corbin, out there helping out. How much is Corbs meant to you? And so I saw him throwing around with Diego. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's he's been an incredible mentor to me throughout my career. Because when I got here as a player, he was just getting here as the coach, and so being a former baseball guy, I got around him. He would be every morning running on the treadmill in our weight room. So we struck up conversation, and again, I grew a mentor. And so to have him nearby, I don't get to spend nearly as much time with him as I'd want, just because we're both so busy. But inevitably, he'll come around the corner there and come hang out. And I usually have to force him to come out in the field with me it's fun to talk ball with him and get his perspective on things too. But he's a great one. Obviously, I'm fortunate to have him across the street. I'm grateful to have him as a mentor, and I want to get him around our program as much as I possibly can.
You're a couple of weeks away from opening the season against Charleston Southern. What do you want to see from your team outside of the obvious of taking care of the football, winning the game, all those things? What are you looking for in a game number one with, as you said, a mature team coming back this year?
I think it's what you said. It's limiting mistakes. We want to be a smart team. Smart teams win, and so those self-imposed negatives, the pre-snap penalties, some of the sloppiness that you see in the first game, typically, especially in college. I want a prepared team right now. As I said to start, we're working on being a fresh team too. I need to get guys back healthy and to feeling good. But I've been impressed with our focus. I got on the guys a little bit, kind of maybe about 5 or 6 practices in, where I felt like the energy level wasn't where we wanted it. But they've been very intentional through camp, and so. I like where we are. It's just, the element of the unknown, right? We don't play preseason games. So inevitably that's going to be our first opportunity to show kind of the progress we've made. And I think, we'll deal with whatever comes from that. I mean, there will be adverse moments and ups and downs. I just want to see a team that can play a clean game, that can put pressure on the opponent and execute. And I think if you do those things in our game, you're going to position yourself to win more times than not. But that is the challenge. It's getting a group of 18 to now 24-year-olds to see the world the same way and to be on the same page when the ball snaps. And certainly that'll be our challenge in game one.
Coach, it's really good to see Eli Stowers, first team preseason All-American. I know there's been, like a Earl Bennett and a Chris Gaines and a Jamie Winborn and guys before earned that accolade, but a guy that plays under you is now first team preseason All-American. That's got to be really cool as a head coach, see your guy on that list.
It absolutely is. And Eli, just means so much to our program, means so much to me personally. Here's a guy who would have been a draft pick and a good draft pick a year ago and chose to come back. And, that there's so much in that decision that represents advancement in our program. These guys enjoy being a part of this team. They enjoy the camaraderie, the brotherhood we built. They see advancement every day. So that's a statement about, I know I can get better as a member in this program. I know that another year here is going to help me and improve my draft stock. And I think that's a vote of confidence for our systems and process and our people. The other thing is I love watching guys that have invested a lot be rewarded. Here's a guy who, has not had a straightforward path in college, started as an elite quarterback recruit and found his way into the tight end room, and through multiple schools too. And yet, there's not a classier individual that I've been around in college sports. He is everything with respect to leadership, spiritual leadership in our locker room, steady process. And so to see his name up there where it belongs and to see him get the recognition is really special, and also a reminder too that as we get this program where we want it to be, it doesn't matter. You don't have to, be at the traditional blue blood programs to get the recognition. It's about going to a place where you're going to be developed, supported, grown, and featured. And when you do that, again, Vanderbilt football players, our names will be amongst the top of the top, like the other programs we play against.
Coach Clark Lee is with us. Coach, appreciate the time as always. We're excited to see you guys on the field here in a couple of weeks, and we'll definitely talk to you this season. But thanks so much for doing this, and good luck the rest of the way with practice.
Thanks, guys. I look forward to the next time. Y'all take care.
Absolutely. Clark Lee joining us here on the program as Vandy gets ready to start their season here in just a couple of weeks against Charleston Southern. And, of course, 102.5 The Game is your home for Vanderbilt Athletics. We'll have coverage of that game on Saturday, August 30th, starting at 4:30 here on 102.5 The Game. So
I can't wait. I mean, I cannot wait. That's going to be a fun day, and it all starts.
I think they're going to have a good team this year. I really do. I mean, they had a good team last year. We saw how it ended, but I for the first time in my life actually feel like, hey, they're going to build off that. They're going to go into this year, maybe 7 or 8 wins is the ceiling.
It's still a ball game,
but that would be really good for them.
That schedule is just brutal. But you know what? If I'm a player at Vanderbilt, I'm loving this.
But if you're 3-1 in your first 4 games, all day long, right?
Who's that fourth game? Georgia State?
Georgia State.
Yeah.
So Charleston Southern at Virginia Tech, at South Carolina, Georgia State.
Shock the world, man. As I always say, shock the world. But yeah, if you're 3-1 sitting there, and then if you could have
then Utah State before you go to Alabama.
Yeah. I mean, if you could have the Knoxville sitting there at 7-4.
Yeah, without the pressure of needing the win to get to a bowl
pressure.
game.
And their new quarterback up there who knows what's going to happen. Woo!
I have thoughts on that, by the way.
Okay.
We can talk about that coming up next. Here on the Chase and Big Joe Show, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel, 102.5 The Game. Nashville's best deal of the week, Bavarian Beer House. We love them. Conveniently located at Opry Mills Mall. Enjoy beer, food, music, and fun, Joe's favorite, at Nashville's only authentic German beer hall, where it's Oktoberfest every day. Head to theGameNashville.com/deals now to get a $50 gift card for only $25 to Bavarian Beer House while supplies last. Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel. Appreciate Clark Lee for joining us. Before I make my Tennessee thought, Clay wants to talk Vandy. There you go, Clay. What's up?
Hey, here we go. Thank you, Dr. Crane.
You're welcome, Clay.
What you got, Clay?
Guys, you know, I don't know Clark that well, but I know him a little bit now because I met him. They did a NIL like introductory type thing at the Omni, you know, in that back room, and fans were allowed to come. They had a free buffet and free drinks. It was pretty cool. And he and I had a conversation, and really it's the first time I met this guy. But I was already impressed, and I was even more impressed, you know, after talking to him because, look, here's a man who, you know, regressed in year 3 and went 2-10 after being 5-7 and winning back-to-back conference games, you know, his first 2 conference wins. And he made some really hard decisions in that off season. He fired some friends because I think he took a long, hard look in the mirror and said, you know, I may get fired. This isn't working, and I've got to make some changes. So I give the guy a ton of credit for what he's done in this turnaround. Now we've got to go back it up. We've got to back up our quarterback's talk, which I have a little bit of a different opinion on that, but that's fine. If Clark's okay with it, I'm okay with it because I am passionate about this football program. But I'm 110% behind Clark, and I'm 110% behind Diego.
Love it, man.
Love that.
it. Thank you.
Thank you, Clay.
Thank
Appreciate
you, Clay.
it. I think the only never mind. I was gonna make a joke.
Also, can we stop the 110%? I know it's impossible to give more than 100%. All right, a little pet peeve.
Yeah, that does bother you. It's funny. Like us doing this show the last we're going into year 3.
Year 3, pal,
of it around Labor Day. The little things that bother you.
Yeah,
and then the little things that bother me. It's kind of funny. What
right?
makes us tick.
Like odd couple.
Yeah, we are the odd couple. That is for sure. The Tennessee Vols have named their starting quarterback for game number 1. Joey Aguilar will be the man under center when they take on Syracuse down in Atlanta. I don't think that's really a surprise that he gets the nod for game 1. But my thoughts on that are, will he be the starter the whole year? I'll say he will not.
Oh my goodness. I don't, a lot hinges on the Georgia game. A lot hinges on how they come out of September.
I think a lot hinges on Syracuse.
Yeah, it does. Oh, it does.
How does he play against Syracuse? I mean, if they win, but he throws for 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions and the defense wins the game, you know, I'm not saying he loses the job after 1 week, but
right.
That's going to have Vols fans kind of going, eh. And what Ryan Callahan told us last week, it seems like coaches are very impressed with George McIntyre. Now, you don't want to rush him into it as a freshman, but how many times in college football have we seen they have the older guy that comes in, starts the year, gives the young guy a little more time, and then they turn the keys to the car over, and then it's his show.
Yeah, remember, you only got to play 4 games, and you can get redshirted again. So maybe that's the plan, but I mean, if you go to McIntyre or Mecklinger soon, it's a bad year. If you don't hear those guys come in at all, then UT's doing well. And I think Syracuse game is not going to be easy. I get all that, but that Georgia game is crucial to how things. That's at Neyland. It's crucial how this team's going to play. Then after that, you know, you got Arkansas, you got Mississippi State, Oklahoma. The schedule's not as tough as you think it might be, but that Georgia game is going to be huge. And see the guy that can beat Georgia. And right now, Josh Heupel thinks he is.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I don't think they can beat Georgia. The only way you're going to prove to me if you can beat Georgia is if you go beat Georgia.
Yeah, they're right.
because that is Josh. You think about it. Josh Heupel has beaten Alabama twice, Florida twice, right?
Yeah. Has he?
Yeah.
Beat Florida
both times at home. I don't think he's beaten
That's
them
right.
he hasn't beaten either one on the road.
Correct.
But you beaten Vandy. South Carolina, no. I don't think.
Oklahoma beat because they got rid of
but the big
so
three. I mean, you can throw Vandy in there, but the big three,
Alabama,
Florida, Georgia. He hadn't beaten Georgia.
No, and that's crucial. But I think Aguilar is the one who makes the least amount of mistakes.
Yeah, now,
that's
sure.
what you got.
But my thing is, does he hold on to the job? I say no. I say he gets replaced before the year's over.
Well, again, if you don't see him, if you don't see the other two the rest of the year, then I think you've done fine.
Sure.
But if you have to, Chihuahua, who knows what goes on. But I'm glad they got it out of the way. Now he can run with the ones all week. The next week can do that and then get ready for Syracuse. Because as we've talked about, they might be a double-digit favorite, but Syracuse is not going to lay down and say, "Oh, we're done. We're done." That's going to be a tough game.
Do you truly believe it was ever a competition?
Not at all.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Not at all.
I don't think it was even close to one. 615-737-1025. We'll get back into the Titans practice as there was a kerfluffle at the end of practice today. A fight, whatever. What's the other word I'm looking for?
Skirmish.
Thank you.
Little tizzy.
A tussle.
A tussle. Oh, that's a good one.
Damn it. Good one.
That's a good one. We'll get back into that next. Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel and broadcasting from the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Game Nashville Studios. Home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, Joe, where the buzz is always about great service.
Hey, Big Joe here. For the last 2 years, we've been on a mental health mission on the Chase and Big Joe show. We tell you that if you are struggling, please talk to someone. Talking to someone saved my life. And if you're in that dark place, that dark tunnel, I want you to know that help is around the corner. We are so excited that we've partnered with Unity Psychiatric Care. That's a wonderful place right here in Middle Tennessee for you to get well, and it works. Here's all you got to do. Just go to thegamenashville.com, GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe show, and there when you scroll down, there'll be a link to Unity Psychiatric Care. So many of you have reached out to us in these last 2 years. Now we have a partner that cares about you. And listen, you do not have to go through any of this alone. Or you can call 1-888-508-8002. That is 1-888-508-8002. We tell you all the time how much we love you and our world is a better place because you are here. Please believe that and please know that. Again, just go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe tab, and all the information you need for Unity Psychiatric Care information is right there. Based in Middle Tennessee, and I'm telling you, they're absolutely fantastic. Help is just around the corner, and my friends, you do not have to go through any of this alone.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Monday. I love this song.
Take it all the way, man.
Here we go. Here we go. Always just makes me, I don't know. I love this song. Was this on
Bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was on Bad. Chasing Big Joe on this Monday, your Michael Jackson history as well.
Well, you guys got a connection.
I mean, he died on my birthday. Yeah.
Do you need a better connection than that or a worse one? You're connected.
Yeah. Love the music.
Right.
For sure. So,
but I
it
mean,
was Farrah Fawcett and Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And I want to feel like there was one other.
Might have been. Better not be you. But I mean,
I'm good.
Your birthday. I mean, it's just unfortunate it happened. It's like having your birthday on 9/11. I mean, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
By the way, I think the worst birthday, December 25th.
Yeah. I know some people that have, here's why. No, but Dr. Crane's losing it back there. Like, is that your birthday?
No.
Okay.
My birthday's actually tomorrow.
Hang on. Well,
come on. Are you serious?
Why do you do this?
It's a birthday. It's another number.
No, it's not. It's your birthday.
Your birthday, and we want to celebrate you.
Yeah, tomorrow is my 27th birthday.
I mean, he just
Bubba.
like drops this on us.
It's like when Nani had her birthday, like the next day is like, well, we were celebrating Nani's birthday yesterday. I'm like, what do you mean?
Hang
yesterday?
on, why weren't we would have sung to her? Like,
yeah.
She's September, and my brother's birthday is the day right after hers.
Well, we don't care about your brother because he's not on the show. But
that's fair.
No, I'm kidding. But you and Nani, like, we have to celebrate.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah.
27
tomorrow. Yeah.
What time were you born?
11:24 a.m.
Oh, okay. Midday,
C-section.
baby.
Yep. I call it Section B, but whatever.
Didn't even know all that, but that's okay though.
Sector 7G.
You're here. Sector 7G.
I was like 15 pounds. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
One of our goons from Sector 7G.
How big were you?
I was pretty big. I think I was like 8 pounds, I think.
Okay. Not bad.
Size of a good smallmouth bass.
10 pounds, 11 ounces, I think.
Have you grown since birth? Because I'm not sure.
I think so, yes. In many ways, yes.
We love you, man. Happy birthday. We'll celebrate tomorrow. Clay, bring a carrot cake to Dr. Crane tomorrow.
That would be nice.
Yep. That is your job. Since you haven't brought donuts in months, bring Dr. Crane. But anyway.
And Dr. Crane would like to spend 20 minutes talking to you.
Yes. So but the original thing.
Anybody got a Bible and crucifix?
You disagree December 25th is the worst birthday or no?
Yeah, I think you can double up.
It's the worst.
No, but see here, that's a common misconception. So I have a couple friends that now I think mine's perfect because
look where you are.
6 months to the day from Christmas.
Right.
So my half birthday is Christmas. Friends that have their birthday on Christmas have told me they get gypped because like as a kid, mom would buy the same amount of presents and then half would be Christmas.
Yeah.
Half would be birthday. And it's kind of like, wait a minute. As for me, every 6 months, I got the mother load. Plus I had 2 grandparents where actually I had 3 on my dad's side too, but I was the only grandson, only grandchild on my dad's side, only grandchild on my mom's side for 11 years. So I cleaned up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, December 25th, like you share the birthday with Jesus, right? So already you're number 2. It's not your day. So maybe December birthdays but December 25th.
Yeah, I do.
He's got to go. Chase is a good birthday.
Yeah. Like I do. Like, even if you're within a week, either way of Christmas, you kind of get screwed. That's just my opinion. I would love to hear from people that have that situation. And you tell me if I'm right or wrong on this.
Yeah, I agree.
615-737-1025. But like, that's my thought. Yours is
October 25th.
Yeah.
I'm good. November's good, but December 1st is kind of and then the farther you get into December.
I think December 1st, you're kind of in the gray area where like if you're a parent and it's kind of like, okay, you got Christmas, but it's their birthday. If you kind of want to combine them, you're a little bit of a cheapskate, I think. I don't know. That's just, I'm taking up for the kids here.
You are. I wonder
me.
Wonder when Clay's birthday is. I bet Clay's birthday is December 25th. I'm telling you.
You know whose birthday was December 25th?
Jesus.
Besides him?
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett.
I'm telling you, Clay, if your birthday is December 25th, and this was a completely organic topic, I'm leaving for the day. I am leaving for the day. I'm telling you, man, that is too much of a coinky dink right there. I can't figure that out. So no, yeah. I'm curious what people say because I just think hit December, it's kind of like, nah, hey, here's your birthday and your Christmas present. Not good.
Yeah. I don't know. This is one of our rabbit hole topics.
Right. Well, I mean, people
an
got to
interesting
know,
one.
man, because it plays into Dr. Crane's birthday. When's Nani's birthday?
September 2nd.
All right. Last year you held off on us. So this year we'll celebrate now because that's going to be a Tuesday?
Believe so. Tuesday, Wednesday. Yep.
2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can.
Maybe you can make an arrangement to get her here. I don't know.
Well, no, come on. Now, I mean,
Taylor says both of my kids are December. It gets swallowed by everything else.
Thank you. Yep.
8395 says move on from this topic.
All right. Mr. Guy who lives in Green Hills. We're not just for that. We're not going to move on from it.
Tell us why you want us to move on from this topic.
Yeah. It's a simple question.
Do you not like laughing and having fun?
And birthday celebrations?
Do you not like birthdays?
And listen to Clay call in?
Yeah. I don't know.
It's good. I looked up Clark. I look at people's birthdays. All that Clark Lee is a Scorpio. I look up his birthdays. By the way, when I was a bouncer / bartender, that was the easiest way to bust people with fake IDs. When you fake ID, it's like, all right, what's your zodiac sign? I don't know. Everybody knows their zodiac sign. Everybody.
Yeah. Cancer.
Everybody. What's yours?
I'm a Leo.
There you go. Scorpio. We all know. And don't say you don't know your zodiac sign because you do.
Viking
easiest way.
Viking Matt says my birthday is January 16th and everyone is broke and tired by the time it comes around.
Maybe that's the worst.
That's actually a good point. You know what? January might be the month because, like, if you think about it, I learned this from when Dad owned the restaurant. In fact, he did it one year. Dad was like, 2 weeks after Christmas, I'm closing because it cost me more to stay open than it does to close because everybody's spent money on gifts and the holiday meals and all that stuff. No one wants to go out. I mean,
no one.
It's yeah.
When they
right.
moved the Super Bowl to February, January, there's nothing to look forward to except being cold and miserable. I'll take what's happening right now in our weather over January weather any day of the week. It's just miserable. Now, I know we got the college football championship now is in January, but Super Bowl moved out. A lot of things moved out of January. It's just the worst month.
Reno says, come on, fellas. June is the best because every 6 months you're getting gifts, bro. That's my point.
That's right. June is wonderful.
Michael and Madison says, I would like you to not move on from this topic, actually. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Michael.
And also, we'll get back to the retired numbers, but he said Wycheck should have his number retired. I love Frankie. We miss Frankie. I'm going to say no. He's in the Ring of Honor. I'm going to say no on retired.
I got to say yes. Just for me. Okay. But they got the rule in place. I mean,
but she waived. That's the thing. She waived it for Steve and Eddie because neither are in the Hall of Fame.
Right. Yeah.
Could be
such a good player at the time. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's one, but thank you, Michael and Madison.
A395 says, okay, it's simple. People have 20 minutes in the car to hear about their teams, and instead we're listening to your reflections on your birthday.
Thank you. That's part of the show.
That's part of the show.
That's a reason we're going to an award show tonight.
Yeah, that is right. We're up for an award tonight.
We're up for,
so
we don't pat ourselves on the back unless we have to, and we can. But we are humbly up for a huge.
And I'll tell you this, if we win, you'll know.
Dr. Craig,
if we lose, you won't.
Dr. Craig, might put your your birthday celebration back to Wednesday if we win tonight.
But let me.
I'm with me.
I'm a man of the people. So 8395, you want to hear about your teams. The rookie quarterback shoved the defensive tackle today. The defensive tackle shoved him back. Defensive tackle got pissed off and got escorted by PR out of practice. He won't talk about it. And when he's finally asked about it, he'll say he's not going to talk about it. And the rookie quarterback keeps overthrowing receivers. And one receiver dropped the pass the other day and should have caught it. That cover it?
Pretty damn good right there. 8395, you're always good to call in, man.
I kid, I jest. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
We
do.
if you're new to the program, because we've moved time slots, we tend to go down rabbit holes every now and then.
Which are good.
And this is one of those. And our text line usually leads us there. 0474. My birthday is December 19th. My son's is December 24th.
Ooh.
Great efforts made to make the gifting fair. The bigger issue is it just gets lost or overshadowed by all of the holiday related festivities.
It does. So instead of getting 8 Christmas gifts, you get 8, but like 3 are like, hey, here's your birthday.
Yeah, there
So
it
you
is.
get-
Counts for your birthday.
Yeah.
My thing is, would you not, because as you get older, and you probably went through this with your kids, and now you got a grandkid, so it's going to be even worse.
Yeah.
That as they get older and they know how to push your buttons, that the negotiation tactics start, where it's like, hey, I really want this really big thing. Could we combine like my birthday gift and my Christmas gift and just make it all this one big thing, and then all the accessories that go with it, you tell that to the family. And like, for instance,
Pretty deep.
when the Nintendo 64 came out, like I was like, I want the Nintendo 64, and I had to wait. Like my parents made me wait on it. Yeah, which was good. I'm looking back on it now. I'm glad they did. But all my friends had it. So I was like, I really want this. And so finally, I guess the agreement was made amongst my parents and the grandparents that, hey, he's been good. He's had good grades. For Christmas, we're going to get him the N64. So I go to and I never knew which way it was coming, because there was also a little bit of time where, after the parents split, like, there was a little bit of competition that I might have created to get better gifts.
Well done.
As any good child would. So I'm sitting there at Christmas at my grandmother's on my dad's side, and I open a present, and it's a video game for the N64. And I'm like, oh, I'm getting it. I don't have it yet, but I'm getting it. And then I make the mistake, and I think it's coming from one place, and it's not. And so I kind of pissed somebody off, because
Well done.
they were the one that got it for me. And so it was a little bit of a little error on my part as a 9-year-old, but we rebounded and we got it.
Good for you, man. Yeah,
good.
you got to play the card that way. Yeah, I just, maybe have a half birthday celebration and not worry about it. But I just think once you get close to, but he's got me thrown off now with January. That's a whole new,
I know January is like a whole thing.
broken tire.
By the way, he liked my update. He goes, legitimately a great and succinct update.
Thank you. We got you covered right there. But no, I mean, that's the January now has got me like, oh man. But still, I mean, it's something. So we'll celebrate Dr. Crane's birthday tomorrow. Now, we may be on 30 Advil together with a cold compress on our head, because tonight might be a long night.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll celebrate Dr. Crane's birthday tomorrow.
Evan says January is the best month. Give me the cold and snow over this hot, miserable weather any day. I know, but we're talking about birthdays.
Right.
Like I agree. I'm with you on that. But Evan, like if your birthday's in January, like especially early January, just coming off the holidays, and you got to throw Thanksgiving in that too, because it's not just gift giving, it's the food. So you're spending a crap ton of money in end of November through December, Christmas parties, all that stuff. Then all of a sudden you got somebody's birthday early January. It's like,
yep. My mother was so wonderful that we didn't have a whole lot of money growing up, but she would give me the service merchandise catalog and say, pick out what you want, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'd pick out, and then it'd be like, I think that's out of stock. I'm not sure. She didn't want to break my heart and say, look, I ain't got no money. Like, we'll get you this and that. And so that was the thing. It was like the service merchandise catalog for your birthday during Christmas was the greatest thing ever. And so now you got everything that goes on. But regardless, I mean, it's just, I still think around Christmas, it's, oh gosh. I'm like, October 25th, I'm good where I am, but anything closer to that, I'd be like.
Wayne in Hoptown says January 8th, same as Elvis.
Oh man, that's right. I was born in 1935. I'd be 91.
Zach in Franklin says my birthday is January 6th.
Oh, well, I'm not going to say
I know.
I will not say a word. Shut my mouth.
We just let it go. Coming up next, we'll get back into the Titans. But I saw something interesting about how much the Titans are worth.
Oh.
And where they rank compared to other NFL teams.
All right.
We will discuss that coming up next. It's Chase and Big Joe on this Monday, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday. I wish. Monday.
God.
Man, that's not a good sign. So, Sharms Sports, I guess, put this out that according to Sportico's annual NFL valuations, the Tennessee Titans are worth $6.2 billion.
Unbelievable.
Last year, they were worth $5.29
Does the
billion.
stadium factor into this?
So they've gone up $1 billion.
Is the stadium? I don't
I
know.
would think so. I would certainly think so. But here's the crazy part in this. Where do you think they rank amongst the other NFL teams?
Oh, 22nd.
22nd is correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. By the way, I looked up Bud Adams. How much did Bud Adams pay to acquire the Houston Oilers in 1960?
$150 million.
$25,000.
Jeez. Wow.
I mean, besides Taylor Swift, this might be the greatest small investment of all time. Didn't her dad invest like $500,000 or something in her career? And now she's worth a couple billion.
So the Titans are actually down a spot. They were 21st last year, and they've gone up in value. All right, what team do you think is 32nd?
The Bengals.
That is correct. $5.5 billion.
I'm on a roll right now.
Just above them,
the Saints.
They are 30th. $5.63 billion. There's a team in between.
Jacksonville?
Yep.
Okay.
5.57. Then Arizona, I'm going up now.
Okay.
I'm counting up. So Arizona at 29, Indy, $5.72 billion.
Wow.
Carolina, 5.76, Buffalo, Detroit, and that's 25th. Those are the last of the teams that are under $6 billion.
One Super Bowl winning team in all those.
Indy.
Yep.
That's nope, 2.
Who's that one?
New Orleans.
Oh, gotta forget. 09. Damn it.
Now, 24th, we get to $6 billion. $6 billion on the money. Baltimore Ravens. Cleveland at $6.14 billion. Then the Titans. 21st, the Chargers at 6.21. The Vikings at 6.28. That's 20th.
Okay.
Tampa Bay, 6.47. Green Bay, 6.48. Pittsburgh, 6.51. Kansas City, 6.53. Denver, 6.55. I'd have to look at what they sold for. I think they sold for around 5.5, 6.
Something like that.
So you've already made money. Seattle, 6.59. Atlanta, 7.05. And that's 13th. Houston is worth $7.17 billion. The Bears, 7.45. And the Commanders, 7.47. They've already made money too.
Yep.
Top 10. Vegas, 7.9. Jets, 8.11. Dolphins, 8.25. Eagles, 8.43. Into the top 5. 49ers, 8.6. Fourth, the Patriots at 8.76. Now there are 3 teams that are above 10 billion. The Giants at 10.25, the Rams at 10.43, and the Cowboys at 12.8.
How are the Rams number 2?
LA.
Stadium?
Yeah.
I don't know. Stadium's
Kroenke. I mean, he's put so much into it.
I get the Giants here where you are. I mean, people love the Giants, but and the Cowboys, obviously, we know Jerry is just.
See, I think the Chargers are less because they lease the stadium.
That's right. Wow, my goodness.
So it shows you how much that stadium matters. But the Titans have basically gone up almost $1 billion in a year.
You know what's funny is that Elon Musk could buy the entire NFL right now and shut it down.
Mm-hmm. He could.
Like
he did Twitter. Here's the other part. So the Cowboys are up 24% year to year. The Titans are up 17%.
Okay.
Year to year.
Plus the new contracts, going to the TV contract,
Oh, yeah.
everything. I mean, it's a golden goose right now, man.
That's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, so this goes all the way back to 2020. Just for giggles, I want to see where they were in 2020. Good Lord. $2.23 billion 5 years ago.
How's it gone up that much?
Because let's see, the Washington has sold, Denver has sold. I want to say there's one more. That's what happens. Like whatever these other teams that are selling that are being bought for, that ups the value of the other ones. The Cowboys were $6.43 billion in 2020. Now they're worth over 12. My goodness. And what Jerry buy them for? A song? basically.
I mean, 51%, a couple $100 million. If
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Guy's brilliant. Say what you want to about him. He's brilliant.
Unbelievable. Coming up next, we'll talk to John McClain about this and much more here on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 3, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Monday. Hope you're having a great start to your day. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos. As we do every Monday at this time, we say hello to John McClain down in Houston, presented by Maple Street Biscuits. Wake up to wow. John, how you doing?
I couldn't be better, guys. Just counting down the days till start of the regular season.
I know. I am ready for it. So Sportico has come out with their, I guess, valuations of all the NFL franchises and how much they are worth. I was very surprised to see that the Titans are now above $6 billion. Have any idea where the Texans are?
First of all, I pay no attention to any of those things. Bob McNair told me one time when Forbes was doing it, and they were valued at like third in the NFL. It's in the 2000s, and he said they're so far off. There's no way they have access to everything that we earn and take in, and it makes for interesting reading. And a team is worth what people will pay for it. Look at the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Look at the Lakers, $10 billion. If an NFL team goes on the market, can you imagine what they would pay for? The Texans are way out of the Titans, but it doesn't matter. Neither one of them are for sale. And I'll bet you if Jerry Jones wanted to sell the Cowboys, he might get $30 billion. Not what the evaluation are. It's like Mike Florio said, it's for whatever you want to pay for it. And if you think these things that have been going, Josh Harris, what he got the Commanders for is chicken feed now. He could sell them for over twice that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're by the way, the Cowboys are according to this, $12.8 billion, the Texans $7.17 billion. So there you go. Take that for what.
And if they wanted to sell them, like if Amy Adams Strunk decided she wanted to sell the Titans with the new stadium coming, that just jacks it up even more. I'll guarantee you next year when they when is the stadium going to be ready? 27?
Yes.
Whenever that stadium's ready to go, it will increase the value of the franchise big time. They'll get a Super Bowl there. That'll be great for Nashville in the Mid-South, and everything will just go up. No NFL team loses money. Hell, they get what, $462 million per team, 432. It was something more than 400 without selling a ticket, without taking in any local money or local TV or radio. And that's why billionaires line up to buy any NFL team that they hear might be on the market. And someday they'll do like the NBA and the NHL. They'll start taking that foreign investment money. NFL says you can't have foreign investment. But if the Saudis said, okay, Jerry, you want your franchise is valued at $12 billion, and you just had an offer for $20 billion. How about we give you $50 billion? You think that the NFL owners wouldn't be rewriting those rules fast as they could?
Oh, 100%.
Because it's unbelievable, because that just jacks up everybody else's franchise. It's obscene, and that's why no matter what the players get, people may go, oh, my God, how could he want out of his contract? They cut players under contract all the time. How could they pay the quarterback $60 million? That's chicken feed compared to what they're bringing in.
No doubt. We're talking to John McClain down in Houston. So C.J. Stroud, 6 of 8, 44 yards and a touch in the win the other night against the Carolina Panthers. What do you think about Stroud in his preseason debut?
He did what he's been doing all along. The thing out there, their defense is real good. Their defense is real good. And we're all watching the offensive line. Now, granted, they haven't thrown any stunts at them. They haven't tried to confuse them. But when it comes to running the ball and protecting him on straight up bull rushes and maybe some games on the outside, the offensive line's done a good job. They seem to be very well coached by a guy named Cole Proctor, who was the number 2 line coach last year, who people have said he couldn't do some of the things he wanted to do. Last year, the Texans started 5-1. And all of a sudden in Green Bay, Mark Hatley decided to try some stunts. They acted like they'd never seen a stunt. And so then everybody did it the rest of the year, and they went 5-6. Well, that's what they got to prove when they play the Rams. Yes, they can stop people when they're bull rushes. They can stop a lot of things when it's powerful and physical. But, man, you got to get finessed. You got to have communication. You got to be quick. And that's what I'll be looking to see, but I won't get to see it until they play the Rams.
So, question: Joe Mixon, I know, has been out. What's his status, and do you think Nick Chubb could be the week 1 back?
Nick Chubb is going to be the next week 1 back. There's no way Joe Mixon, after not playing since last season, missed the entire offseason program with ankle. I think he had surgery, and then coming back, getting hurt again, and they don't say squat. We don't know. We won't know till we see what he's on when it comes to the 53. But Chubb carried 5 times, averaged 5 yards a carry, didn't have a long run, and that was very encouraging. He was physical. They were physical up front. So he'll be the starter because even if, say, Mixon was healthy after missing all that time, he's not going to come back and carry the ball 15 or 20 times a game. And so they played Chubb. They played a 4th-round pick named Woody Marks. The key would be who would be the next back if Mixon isn't back. They got a lot of candidates. You know, he traded John Mechie III, wide receiver. It's his 4th year. He beat cancer, and he's looked real good in preseason like last year. But when Mechie got a chance, he didn't step up. Last year, they lost Nico Collins 5 games. They lost Stephon Diggs for 8, and they lost Tank Dell for the last 6 weeks of the season. And people wonder why Stroud wasn't as good, besides the fact they couldn't protect him. But he didn't have anybody step up, and now Mechie's looked good again. They traded him. They needed a 3rd tight end because Brevin Jordan's out for the year, so they got a 3rd one, Harrison Bryant, who can block a little bit. And one of the things I keep talking about here on my talk shows, anybody that they like, if they got to cut, they got to run the risk of seeing that player twice a year because the Titans have first dubs. So I think that Nick Caserio, when it comes to his defensive line, when it comes to his linebackers, his wide receivers, which we've already seen, that you'll see him dealing guys for low picks, and because they like to stockpile as many low picks as they can so he can maneuver around the draft. And that's the best thing about being the worst team, besides getting the first overall pick and the first pick in subsequent rounds, is you get first waiver claim. And when teams have to cut to 53, your pro personnel department is worn out. But they'll have quite a few changes on that team once they start looking around the league.
Talking to John McClain on the Chase and Big Joe show. John, the news broke about an hour ago that Joe Flacco is the starter for the Cleveland Browns.
Shocking, just shocking.
All right. If it goes south with Flacco, not good, John. They got a big decision to make. Is Shador the guy?
They have no clue. Nobody does. I see all these talking heads on TV based on one preseason game that they already know Shador would be the guy. He's played one preseason game. Flacco was benched last year. He was terrible in his last game for the Browns, in which the Texans just annihilated him and the Browns in the playoffs in 23. So there's no guarantee he's going to play even well. At some point, somebody else is going to be playing, whether it's Sanders or Gabriel or Pickett, and they're talking about keeping 4 of them. And boy, I can't imagine they'd go with 2 rookies as the backup unless they're thinking about a high pick next year when they could get another quarterback. But it'll still be interesting because in this last game, you hope Sanders is healthy enough to play. If he's not, then Dylan Gabriel will get more playing time.
Absolutely. John, there was I watched the other night, they mic'd up Kevin O'Connell, the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings. I've never seen that before live during a game. And I was fascinated, John, because it was really good because it's a head coach during the middle of a game. Do you like that? Is there a future of that? Because I don't think there is. But I was fascinated, John, by the entire conversation with Kevin O'Connell and the broadcasting staff the other night.
I thought it was a great move. O'Connell's a great guy. He's a really good coach and play caller. But you think a coach would do that in regular season?
No.
Give me a break. I know at the baseball All-Star game they had outfielders on talking to the announcers. They had, I can't remember which pitcher couldn't figure out. He's talking to John Smoltz, and he's supposed to be talking to his catcher and he got it mixed up. That's better than hearing these football players, oh, let's go to mic'd up to J.J. Watt. All you hear is, let's go. Okay, great job. Let's go. Let's go. It doesn't tell you squat.
We will. I agree with that. We'll have more with John McClain coming up next. Presented by Maple Street Biscuits. Wake up to wow here on 102.5 The Game. More with John McClain, presented by Maple Street Biscuits. Wake up to wow. John, Cam Ward didn't look great the other night, in my opinion. He had a couple of missed throws, some overthrows. had one to Van Jefferson that got dropped. The stats say 2 for 7 for 42 yards in his second preseason game, had 3 series. From what you've seen from afar, what's your evaluation of Ward at this point?
Well, two things that were interested in me in that game, and Ward, he's a quarterback regardless. Can Brandon Allen, after going 11 for 14, can he be the backup, or do they need to get another backup? Because there will be guys available either through waivers or trades for low picks. The other thing was Gunnar Helm. I remember watching him at Texas. I told you guys when they drafted him, the guy was good. He's clutch. They had so many receivers at Texas. He didn't have a chance to stand out looking at his stats, but if you watched him catching traffic, that was a big deal. Cam Ward is under a learning experience. I was looking at the stats, hoping y'all would go against this Michael Penis guy. I hadn't heard about him. And I noticed Penis didn't get to play, and Kirk Cousins didn't play either, and he got stuck with Easton Stick. So I'm not sure what the Titans' goals are to improve. They want to be better than they were last year. They want all the fans, the media, the suite holders, everybody to be able to see this team has improved this season, which bodes well for the future. And Cam Ward's going to be up and down because that's the way it is for a rookie quarterback on the worst team in the league.
John with the walk-off.
Right.
That was fantastic. There was a report today that I guess they were doing red zone and the offense went through a streak of getting the best of the defense, and Cam Ward hit one of the receivers in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown, kind of shoved Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons shoved him back. Everybody got involved. They broke it up. Simmons was heated. One of those training camp type practice things. But at the end of the day, we know that Simmons has a little bit of a temper. Concern that he's pushing the quarterback, or is it just one of those things on a hot day?
One of those things on a hot day, and I love it. Cam Ward is getting into it with the biggest badass on the team. I think that will earn him a lot of respect. Coaches might not like it. Nobody got hurt, but I think that will give him even more credibility. And he needs it at this point. He needs his teammates to believe in him, to want to play for him, to dig down deep when it's, 3rd and 4th and 1, and you got to have the first down. And Callahan said, go for it. And, boy, can you imagine if Simmons had shoved him and he tripped and blown out his knee or something? Oh, my goodness. But I like the fact if you're going to get in a shoving match with somebody, get in it with Goliath.
Oh, absolutely. John McClain, all the Chase and Big Joe. John, the third final preseason game this weekend. Houston goes up to Detroit. Minnesota comes here. What's the mindset now for coaches on this third preseason game? Because you got 2 weeks off now, not a week like it used to be. You got 2 weeks off. Guys get some time off after this. What should be the mindset? Say for Houston, take on Detroit. What would you like to see this weekend?
Well, truthfully, since the starters aren't going to play, I'm looking at backups. I'm looking at the positions like that they have depth to see what I think they're going to do. Everybody's speculating about who will be kept on the 53. And then, of course, you put them on the practice squad, and then the guys that are on physically unable to perform or injured reserve got to be part of the 53 before they can be put back on there and still be eligible this season. A team like the Titans is going to have a lot of new players. It's more important for them. I can pick the Texans starting lineup right now. And if coaches, after watching the whole off-season program, spending time in meetings, in walkthroughs, getting to know the players, they know who's going to be on the team. They act like, and this is for the players' benefit, oh, no, we don't know. We got a lot of decisions because they want these kids to go out there and play their butts off. And but I always say it's preseason in general, and this last one in particular is for mamas and daddies and girlfriends and wives, and in some cases, both grandma and grandpa. They're the ones that care about this last preseason game. They used to start the regular season on Labor Day weekend, and the ratings always started behind, and they had to make up. It was constantly a topic for radio and TV writers. And then somebody came up with the idea, well, let's just don't play on that weekend. Now, I don't know that the NFL is not so big. They can play on Labor Day again, Labor Day weekend,
Right.
and the ratings would still be great. But it works out so well, and people do need a little extra time off. All coaches give their players time off in this first week off because of how hard they worked in the off season. Then they'll come back and get in the grind and start the season. Now, this is my 49th season covering the NFL, and I'm just excited as I was for my first one.
Oh, I love it. John, does it concern you that Cam Ward has not played basically into the half yet? He's only got one more game to do that because when you get to Denver here in 2.5 weeks, Broncos aren't going to care. But I think I wanted to see Cam Ward, John, take the team into half and come out in the second half and one of these preseason games. Looks like it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. And he's going to go right off the bat against the team that had the best defensive player of the year, Patrick Surtain. And that'll be a great test for him right off the bat. You got to figure he's going to be running quite a bit. I was watching highlights. I can't remember this morning or last night with Caleb Williams. What he was doing in the offense with his new coach and play caller, and how quickly he was getting rid of the ball right on target. Instead of holding it, patting the ball, looking, running around, trying to make a hero play. And that's what you want. And you got to have a head coach like Ben Johnson who can do that. And I after just watching that one series and how confident he was getting that ball out accurately, that's what the Titans are going to want to see. Excuse me, from Cam Ward, but like Caleb Williams, that may be next year.
It could be for sure. John, great stuff as always. We appreciate it, and we will talk to you next week.
Yeah, if y'all hear anything else about that Michael Penis, let me know. I'd like to keep up with him. Thank you.
We will let you know for
See ya,
sure.
John.
Thank you, John. Presented by
Lord.
Maple Street Biscuits. Wake up to wow.
Man,
Well, we
oh,
were
man.
scared to say it. John wasn't. So there you go.
John, extra feisty today.
It was a walk-off.
He must have had a good Pilates class and feeling good about himself today.
Really waking up to wow there.
Yeah, something like
He was,
that.
right?
We'll have more on that coming up. Not on that, on the Titans coming up next here on Chasing Big Joe. Be a hero and save a life this Wednesday at the 12th annual Williamson County Battle of the Badges Blood Drive. The drive will be held at Brentwood Concord Road Library from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. this Wednesday. 102.5 The Game will be on hand from noon to 2 with swag to give away and a chance to win free concert tickets. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, The Game on this Monday. Our show presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel. We'll be there a little later tonight over at the Country Music Hall of Fame. Very humbled and excited to be up for best sports coverage from the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters. So we will hopefully take that home tonight.
We shall see. Whether or not it's an honor to be nominated.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, we're excited to be there. So it will be fun. 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHonda.com. And we're, of course, broadcasting from the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Game Nashville Studios, home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service. Good stuff with John McClain, and appreciate him for joining us here on the program. The Jeffrey Simmons, Adam just walked in here and asked about the Jeffrey Simmons camp had today. There were a few people that I think we had more reactions on January birthdays than we did on that.
Of course you did, because it's all become. I love to use this for all the time. It's become just psycho babble, and it's just like enough is enough. Let's play games. This isn't really doing anything for me or for the team. It's a lot of nonsense that's going on over there because we're not there. And, I want to hear them talk about it afterwards. And when Jeffrey Simmons is shuttled to the locker room without responding to what happened, well, then what happens? We sit here and we're like, all right, we speculate for hours and hours because they won't let us talk to these guys.
Yeah.
And so that's why half of that's on y'all, Titans.
Brian said, well, there you go. Punk Simmons gets beat on a play and doesn't know how to handle it and goes after the one player you don't mess with, the quarterback. He's not even close to a leader. I mean, again, we weren't there, so I don't know. Everything I have read, it was just kind of a heat of the moment thing. And as John said, you love it. I don't have a problem. Like, let me make this clear. I don't have a problem with pushing and shoving, especially even if it is the quarterback. Like, if he pushed Simmons first, push him back, that's fine. You just got to know where the line is.
Right.
And it sounds like the team came in and broke it up. My thing is, let Simmons cool off and then talk about it.
Yep.
And it would be better if he talked about it today. My guess is it probably won't be till Wednesday now. And what I'm afraid is going to happen, he's going to pull we moved on. I'm not talking about that. And it's like, man, you just – all you got to do is say, hey, you know what? We're both competitive. He likes to talk a little trash. I like to talk a little trash. It got a little heated. It was hot out there. We pushed and shoved each other, but we hugged it out. We chopped it up. We're cool. We just all want the same thing. And you can call that some people are probably going to look at that as, it's a BS comment. I think that's a fine comment. I think that's the right thing to say because I think it's the truth. It's the heat of the moment. And guess what? It's okay. Like, I like that. And I like that we finally got a quarterback in this town that ain't going to put up with, what?
I'm with you on all that. And it could be playful. They're back and forth. I need to know that. I don't, and that's part of the, camp is like, oh my God, it's boring. It's dull. I get it. Some Dave's talking about it. It's the same
like
thing.
Clark Lee said earlier, like you get tired of going up against your team.
You do.
And like, you're ready to go up against somebody else.
Great conversation the weekend I had with a friend of mine about, I went down and watched MTSU scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
And so how'd they look? I said, well, the defense was great because they know what Nick Vattiato is going to do. The defense, the Titans knows what Cam Ward's going to do. And I said, we've had this discussion before. NFL's got preseason games. Why can't college scrimmage somebody else? Why can't Tennessee Chattanooga come up and have an agreement? Look, don't share the film. This is for us. Gentlemen's agreement. Have MTSU scrimmage Tennessee Chattanooga. Have Vanderbilt scrimmage Austin P. I think it would do
or
great
make it
for the teams.
Make it easy. TSU,
whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Find it. Have Clark Lee call over to TSU and say, "Hey, y'all come over here and practice with us one day. We want to hit somebody different. Here are the rules. Don't touch the quarterback. Yada yada yada. Bus over and do a joint practice.
Perfect. That's all it is.
And you know who it helps more than anything is TSU.
Yeah, what?
You're going up against the SEC
You're seeing new people. It's more exciting. You get the, you're not, oh God, this guy was looking this way and we're used to him going that way. And it's like Cody Barton when he talked to Cam Ward. And Cam's like, what are you seeing? He's like, well, you're doing this. I know you're going to go this way. And
you're tipping your pitches.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, so all this is great. There's ways to use these practice and be valuable times going forward. But it's funny. Every college coach I've talked to about doing this, hate it. They
because
all
they're all paranoid.
hate it.
So Walt hates it.
All of them do. All of them hate it.
I don't. And again, I'm
Every one of
I'm
them.
not in their world. I wish we had asked Clark about it, but I'm not in their world.
Yeah.
But to me, it would make sense because, like, if anyone's going to be paranoid, it's NFL coaches.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And these joint practices with the Bucs and the Falcons are worth gold for the Titans coaching staff to build upon and say, hey, what's going on? Even more so than the games on the weekends, because Simmons is playing and the number ones are playing, and these joint practices going on and on. They're great. We've seen them over there at Baptist Sports Park. Or St. Thomas. I've told you a story a million times, watching Tom Brady carve up the Titans in 7-on-7 back in 2019. I know Vrabel took that back in and said, look, here's our problem. Had a great year in 2019 because things they learned in the joint practices of your defense and your offense, just ways of doing that. Get out of the mundane. What's the escape the ordinary? Isn't that a commercial like Domino's Pizza or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Escape the ordinary and have that. Look, college basketball teams are doing that. That unknown scrimmage, you can't tell anybody. When Baylor came up here and scrimmaged Vanderbilt basketball, nobody. Why not do that? It's worth gold for these teams.
I agree with you, but they just, I don't know. They get so paranoid about this stuff, and I don't get it. But it just the problem is it makes too much sense.
It does.
It makes way too much sense. So therefore, they probably won't do it. But this week the Titans won't have a joint practice. They'll just see the Vikings on. Is that game Friday or Saturday?
Friday
night. So, well, I'll be busy.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll be at some high school games. So
yeah,
excited about that. Yeah, looking forward to that. Our Metro game of the week, Maplewood against McGavick, coming up Friday night at Maplewood.
And any disparaging talk about McGavick, how about if they're playing bad or bad decisions?
I'll let Coach Bubba Spears do that, and you can take it up with him.
They will not be brought up at all.
Okay,
just say, look.
They're just having a good time.
They're having a good time out there. They're doing that. I think it's great. I think it's great. We all love high school football. So if you have Coach Bubba, and then you got a little adorable guy on the sideline, don't you?
Yeah, Dr. Crane's going to be out there.
Yeah, I love it.
Ready to go.
We're going to figure out the technology of that together, but we're going to make it work.
Well, I have an idea.
We're attacking Friday because I'll be working for Fox 17. I'll be out at Gallatin Friday night, Hendersonville at Gallatin. You guys will be over McGavick at Maplewood. Week one.
That's a hell of a matchup.
Well, Gallatin moved out of the region. They're at 6A, Henderson now at 5A. So there's a lot of look at those regions now. They've all changed.
Yeah.
That's why the Titans game on Friday night. That's great. I really don't care because I'm really focused on high school football starting because it's their night.
I will say I'm humbled and excited to do the game of the week, but there's some pressure there because as Pogue pointed out when he came on the show, I think it's since like 1977 the first time that Metro is getting that kind of cover, the game of the week.
Right.
So I want to deliver. Like I want, and Coach Bubba, of course, is going to. He's been texting like he's ready to rock and roll, and he knows Metro better than just about anyone. So it's really cool. I'm glad we're able to put this together and highlight these young men.
Let's go down to how many times are you going to call him Dr. Crane on the radio broadcast?
I don't know. Yeah, that may happen. Let's go down to the third member of our crew, Nick Frazier, standing by.
Hey, everybody.
Barb.
Oh, that's me. Okay, yeah. Hey, I mean, some popcorn, but watching the game, a lot of goal line, red zone going on.
Now, remember, as a sideline reporter, it's quick, succinct. So, we'll throw down to you. You give us a report. Billy Bob's out with a knee or something like that.
No, he's got to go. Let me tell you something, boys. You're like, oh, God, foghorn leghorn. Take like 4 minutes for back to you, but hold on.
Well, I'm excited to see. The other thing I'm excited about with this is Nick will do sidelines. Connor and Parker back here in the studio.
Love it.
Doing the studio stuff. So, one of them will come back and give a scoreboard update. Now let's go back out to Maplewood High School.
I love it.
Chase McCabe, Coach Bubba.
I absolutely love high school football and coverage of high school football and being a big part of this in some indirect way. I think it's great.
Yeah, I think it will be fantastic. Coming up next, we'll tell you what day it is and celebrity birthdays, plus the mashup as well. Chasing Big Joe and Dr. Crane, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Monday. Hope you're having a great start to your day. By the way, or it's not start. I guess we're halfway. I'm used to saying great start to your day from the mornings. We didn't do it today. We're going to probably do it tomorrow, but we're going to have a game to give something away.
Oh, my gosh. I even wrote it
Where
down, too.
you have to guess if this person's on the Titans or not. So we're going to pull up the Titans 90-man roster. Joe and I will also make up some names.
Right.
And you have to guess if they're really on the roster or if we've made it up.
We did one year, we did European prime ministers or Nashville Predators prospects, and nobody got anything. Everybody was terrible with that.
My favorite was we did a game called Less or No, where you would read a quote from Les Miles or you, and you'd have to decide if it was Les or not.
You know what's funny is that I still have these saved on my computer, all the Les Miles quotes that we did for that back then, Less or No. I don't know why I've got them. They're still here. And I'll give you one real quick, Less or No. And now I can't find it. Thanks, everybody, for playing.
This was one of my favorites. Didn't we have no? We had to get Pogue to guess.
Yes.
Getting Pogue to guess is usually pretty entertaining.
Yeah, because he has no idea.
Number 3.
Oh yeah, all right. God. Oh my goodness.
One day, instead of doing a best of, I'm just going to pull out old the Greg and Big Joe show.
How
Greg Pogue and Big Joe
stayed
show
on the air and then get fired or off to jail.
And then I'll let 3 people in particular know that we're doing that just so they tune in.
Yes.
It could be fun. All right, with that, let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays. Brought to you by Jarrett Companies, Inc. Their commercial plumbing and HVAC division covers all of refrigeration services and maintenance needs. JarrettCompaniesInc.com, above and beyond industry standards.
All right. First on the list, we have National Cupcake Day, celebrated in Australia, but a lot of people eat them, so you can eat them anywhere. Excuse me.
I thought that was week 1 of college football.
That is, yeah, there you go. Helium Discovery Day, so shout out to those people that found that out. Mail Order Catalog Day. I don't know why I'm thinking of that.
Wait, like M-A-L-E or M-A-I-L?
M-A-I-L.
Okay. Well, I mean,
yeah. National Bad Poetry
single
Day.
women looking for for a mail order bride or groom.
Either or.
Just move on.
National Fajita Day is today, so shout out to the fajitas. They're delicious. Yep. National Ice Cream Pie Day. Joe loves ice cream pie. You were at a pie eating contest, weren't you?
Yeah, and remember, you should never give away your pie for free.
All right. Never should. Never Give Up Day is today, so never give up your pie and that as well. Pinot Noir Day. There you go.
Now, how do you pronounce that correct? You can't pronounce Zinfandel.
I don't know. I think Zinfandel's a little bit more of pizzazz to it, if you know what I mean.
Back up.
Basically, this is what I'm hearing. You're basically, because we all know, like, you're Italian descent. Wine is, Italians love their wine.
Second language.
I think you're basically saying that Zinfandel is an inferior wine to the rest.
I think you are too.
I think you're being a little snooty about it, if I'm being honest.
I mean, it's possible.
It's possible. Hey, back up. Never going to give up on you day. Is that one?
Yes.
Is there a picture of Rick Astley there?
No, it just says never give up.
It should be.
Should, yeah.
He owes Family Guy a huge thank you for making that song famous again.
He really should, yeah. I mean,
continue, sir.
Sorry. Next is Serendipity Day is today. So stay home with your kids day. I don't have any of those. Like I said, as I know, if I know, whatever.
Serendipity. It's what it meant to be, buddy. All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Get these within 2. One of the greatest actors of all time, Robert Redford. How old is Robert Redford?
Oh, that's a good one. 82.
88.
89.
Wow.
Dr. Crane, can you name a Robert Redford movie? One of the greatest sports movies of all time. It's called The Natural. Watch it.
That's a good one.
It is amazing.
VHS?
My favorite yes, it is. My favorite Robert Redford movie also has Dustin Hoffman in it, All the President's Men.
It's a good one.
Fantastic.
Dennis Leary, the comedian. How old is Dennis Leary?
Dennis Leary is 76.
67.
68. Dr. Crane up 2-0. Christian Slater.
61.
58.
56. Dr. Crane hitting the outside corner, 3-0. Actor Edward Norton.
58.
59.
56. 3-1. The very funny, very talented Andy Samberg.
47.
42.
47 exactly. Tied at 3. Comeback there by the Chaser. Don't know who that is. Go down here and see. Comedian Elaine Boozler, who, by the way, was the muse for Elaine on Seinfeld because she used to date Jerry. She had a bunch of frizzy hair. Very funny.
63.
67.
73. Actress Madeline Stowe was in the movie called Revenge with Kevin Costner. Chihuahua, she's beautiful. Madeline Stowe.
65.
61.
67. Chasers up 4-3. TV news anchor Bob Woodruff.
71.
77.
He is. Where'd you go, Bob? Where'd you go, Bob? I lost him. Bob 64. All right, sports birthdays. He won Super Bowl III with the Jets. Fullback Matt Snell.
76.
69.
84. Kentucky basketball legend Kenny Skywalker.
58.
56.
61. One of the greatest return men of all time, Brian Mitchell from the Redskins.
64.
67.
57. Jeremy Shockey, former Giants tight end, won a Super Bowl with New Orleans.
50.
52.
45. Our last birthday. It's Chase up 4-3. Our last birthday. This guy's Mike Vrabel's best friend. Chase and I will see him in 3 weeks.
Luke Fickell.
Luke Fickell, head coach of Wisconsin. For the win, boys.
48.
49.
52. Chaser wins 4-3.
He's older than Vrabel. Interesting.
He is.
All right. Very well done. With that, let's get to the mashup. It's showtime, folks. Welcome in, Chase and Big Joe. 1025 The Game here on this Monday, coming at you for the next 3 hours. Play the first half. It'll be fantastic. Let's see what he can do.
Maybe you get a touchdown. Maybe you won't.
Maybe you get a touchdown. Maybe you won't. Yes.
Goes by fast. A blink of an eye.
He does go by fast, and things start hurting that I didn't know I had, and I go number one more. You got to pee more. I mean,
Holy cow. You'll see your PCP more, buddy.
Anyway, I'm expecting a phone call that says, could you please come in? We don't know how you're still living.
Right, that and like they sound the alarm like all hands on deck, and they just have a beeline.
It's like that it's like that clip of The Simpsons.
I understand. But we really could have used that $12,000.
Dad, 10% of $120 million isn't 12,000. It's
Lucky Matt says my birthday is January 16th, and everyone is broke and tired by the time it comes around.
Maybe that's the worst.
That's actually a good point.
We're up for we don't pat ourselves on the back unless we have to, and we can. We are humbly up for a huge.
And I'll tell you this: if we win, you'll know. Clay wants to talk Vandy. There you go, Clay. What's up?
Here we go.
I'm telling you, Clay, if your birthday is December 25th and this was a completely organic topic, I'm leaving for the day.
Hoping y'all would go against this Michael Penis guy. I hadn't heard about him. Yeah, if y'all hear anything else about that Michael Penis, let me know. I'd like to keep up with him. Thank you.
Oh, Dr. Crane, that was your best one yet.
Well done.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you very
much.
much.
That is going to do it for us today.
As we leave the show every time to our guys out there, if you are struggling, we got a great place for you to go talk to somebody. We tell you talk to somebody all the time. No matter what you're going through, go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show, drop down to the Unity Psychiatric Care Center. Great places here in Middle Tennessee to help you. Please reach out and talk to somebody. I'm telling you, you are so valuable. You are so powerful. and we love you. And more importantly, you know this more than anything else in the world, no matter what you're going through, God loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. DVD coming up next, including their reaction to today's practice and preseason game number 2 here on 102.5 The Game.